We will have to look at the de-escalation effort of National Security Advisor Ajay Doval and Wang Li talks, Foreign Minister of China, where they stressed on the need to disengage so that differences don't become dispute. But the China side also said, we hope India can work with China to guide public opinion in the right direction. That is, in reference to anti-China sentiments that's on the rise, but it's not happening only in India. China has to understand that its own actions are causing anti-Chinese sentiments throughout the world in a dozen countries, starting from Australia, where the cyber attacks and comments from diplomats such as chewing gum in the shoe. Such comments has caused widespread anger among Australians. So this is something of China's own making. So to guide the world's perception with corrective policies, that will do better for China. To guide Australian public in the right direction, who will do that? So cyber attacks, saber rattling, chewing gum statements, and the standoff in Galwan which cost 30 precious lives. And these unilateral declarations, claims over others' territories, these will naturally cause anti-Chinese sentiments. They are not against the Chinese, but against the moves made by the Chinese regime, which is seen as expansionist, as Modi aptly described it. World cannot be run like you can run the Chinese people. They cannot be told things. So it will lead to break-off of relationship, poor public image. So China will then become a leader of pack of an axis of banana republics, other rogue states like North Korea, Iran, and Pakistan. It will be isolated. So this is something entirely of China's own making. While the de-escalation is welcomed by all observers, people let a sigh of relief. These troop developments that we saw, all these are being confirmed somewhat to an extent. But the clarity on the actual ground situation, observers say, will come only after these statements on Galwan Valley are clarified, where it claims the entire Galwan Valley, fortifications built by the PLA on Finger 4 and Finger 8 areas, and the blocking of Y junction and the bottleneck areas where they are blocking, the PLA is blocking access to the Indian troops. Those clarifications are pending, apart from the tunnels. So Mo Zedong, the chairman, has built an entire underground city, and they are fascinated with tunnels. So these tunnels that they were, reports were coming that they were building, laying fiber optic cables in Galwan Valley, planning to build tunnels, will also be have to be monitored. Otherwise, the de-escalation has brought the tourists into the Galwan area, which is welcome and leads to easing of tensions and laid back, relaxed, peaceful atmosphere, which is all welcome. But nevertheless, we cannot lay our guards down. We should be keep the monitoring at a very high level. The tunnels are said to be aimed at the suppression of enemy air defense, destruction of enemy air defense, tactical moves, which actually hides their radar signals, radio signals, while it can come out anytime, move its launch pads within the tunnels, come out anytime and target the enemy air defenses. They are aimed at air defenses, suppression and destruction of Indian side of air defense, and tactical nuclear missiles, which is even more worrisome.